Alternatives was founded in 1978 by 7 women. We began shelter services in January of 1981. That's when we opened the doors of the first shelter, and it had 12 beds. And today we have a 48-bed shelter. And our facility that we have today is so much larger and it allows us to do a lot more programming.
As the local police department, we always deal with any criminal activity that has occurred. It's also very comforting to know that when someone's coming to Alternatives, they'll have very experienced victim advocate assisting them also through the criminal justice system.
Our job as the adult case managers is to, number one, interact with the client basically when they come to emergency shelter to find out what their situation is, what brought them to shelter, the severity of the domestic violence, and to start working out a plan. We call it an action plan to actually get an idea from the ladies that we're serving to find out what their plans are as far as staying out of the relationship, identifying barriers such as income, employment opportunities, education, background, child care, basically just trying to identify some of the barriers that that particular client is facing and what we can do as case managers to help them not feel that they have to return to an abusive situation.
We do everything we can to make them feel at home or as close to that it can be. And any needs that they have, we will do our best to make sure they have everything they need, but most importantly, they're safe.
I've been more than safe. I haven't been contacted. Nobody knows where I am. I haven't had any issues. I've changed my number since I've been here. So I'm more than safe.
Outside in the back of the facility, we have a parking lot where residents who have their own automobile are able to park. We wanted to try to not have those cars viewed by the public, so we built a security wall where it hides the cars that are there in the residents' parking lot so that they can't just be viewed by anyone. It's very important that this be a confidential site and that it be a safe site.
The building is secured. There's no way anybody can get in from the outside without a staff person letting them in. We are also linked to the hospital security. We have cameras everywhere. Every bit of the building is covered on camera, so we know if there are people in the building, who's in the building at all times.
I felt very safe when I was here. And for the first week or two, I was actually scared to leave the building because I felt so safe inside, and to leave it, you just, you get spoiled with how safe it is, I guess.
We designed this facility with a lot of intent. We recognize the value of natural light. Natural light is very healing. We all feel better on a day when it's sunny and we can see light coming in. We did not want this to feel like an institution. It is a home, and we wanted to have it be a home so that it was as warm and friendly as possible.
My room I was very comfortable in. They had a bed for my child. So I never felt like I was lacking anything that was from my home that I didn't have here.
With the schooling, they set up special busing so that my boys could stay in their school because we lived in a different town. And they bought school clothes for the boys and school supplies because all of that was at the house, and I couldn't get there.
And I think people think of shelters, they just think of a place to come in and be able to sleep. We bring the component of education to help these women to be able to start a life again. And some of them need to, get that high school degree completed. Some of them need to find a job again, so we're able to provide for them, a certification as a nursing assistant so they can leave here and get a job.
We have an instructor who helps with enrolling in education, furthering the education through Ivy Tech. We offer CNA programs. We have somebody come in that helps with job search, resumes, things like that.
We are now able to offer a lot of programming for children, and we view that as being one of the most important things that we do. It's very important to help break that cycle early in the lives of children so that they know that this isn't the way that they need to live.
Mothers can't do everything, even though they try and be Superman, they just can't, so you need a male figure to kind of guide you. The biggest fear is, I think, sometimes trust issues, or sometimes it's tough to kind of trust another human, mostly men, I guess.
The staff is very caring. It is going to go above and beyond to make the children feel comfortable and to keep them safe. We will work with them with a children's safety plan. Okay, this is who we call if we're afraid, or this is where we go, and we just try to ensure that they know, you call 911.
At Alternatives, we certainly have a mission and we have a philosophy, but we also have something that's very important, and that's our model. We live by the model of function in crisis, finish in style.
We see people at the very beginning of crisis, to where their whole world has been flipped upside down in a matter of a few hours. After the bruises heal and the emotions, they get through the emotions of getting out of that situation, that they can finish in style and they can be a whole person and they can find themselves again.
It's a 24-hour crisis line. We can get a call at 12 o'clock in the morning. You can get a call during the middle of the day. We may have family members who call on behalf of a loved one, just inquiring about the services that we provide. We have women who just show up at the doorstep.
Alternatives is more than just a shelter. Everybody needs a place to be safe. And to know that there is a place that when they walk through the doors, they know that there is love and there is warmth, and that now they are safe.
There is staff here that is able to talk to you, deal with you, able to help you get to the next step. I feel like the staff here really helps you grow. So I would say don't be fearful at all, because you could lose your life. And why lose your life when somebody's here to help you?
So we welcome families back as many times as they need to come back to us. We've had families return, 5, 6, 7 times, and it really is okay. We're not judgmental. We don't judge, her for that she thought it would work out and it didn't work out. We do understand that, and we open our arms up to them as many times as they need to return to the shelter.
I can't even begin to tell you how important it is to get out and to come. Alternatives has such a vast array of resources and connections. If I had known this place existed, I would have left 5 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, but I had no idea just how amazing this place is, and how it really does change your life from a horror show to now you have hope and a future and happiness, and it's amazing.